My name is Nicholas Ngige.
My name is Sebastian.
I am Panavi. I'm Grace Mary Nganga.
I'm Ruth.
Diane Stevenson.
Jen Magadi.
Samir Kadewa.
Christina Vivid.
Safi Uzaye.
Jaja Uzaye.
Agatha Kinethia.
Faiza.
Dr. John Mwangi.
My name is DeAndrea Weeks, and I am with Virginia for Africa.
I am with Bankcentre for Africa.
And I am with Vitendo for Africa. And I am with
Vitendo for Africa.
I am with.
I am with
Vitendo for Africa.
Thank you, Zelifar. I wanted to welcome everybody tonight to an event that will hopefully enrich you in terms of knowledge and connect to individuals, and people can actually benefit from this going forward. So like Zelifar did mention earlier, I am the president of the St. Louis African Chamber of Commerce. My name is Shegun Babalola. I am originally from Nigeria, migrated here to the United States and specifically Missouri for school. And I worked in city politics, county politics, and government, and then eventually found myself in economic development. And due to my work in economic development, led to really having a yearning to see prosperity happen among the immigrant population here in the St. Louis region, and particularly the Africans, since we were the only ones that didn't really have a collective group in terms of economic empowerment, that we needed a space for us to be able to dialogue, connect, thrive, share information, and also to build together. And that was how the St. Louis African Chamber of Commerce was founded. And events like these is kind of exactly what the Chamber is all in support of, as we stand on three main reasons why we are here. One of them is to connect and to create a forum for Africans and Americans who would like to engage with the African population here in the St. Louis region, and even those in the diaspora, for the benefit of St. Louis. Because as if our immigrants thrive here in St. Louis thrives. So that's a very important thing that needs to be said. The second thing that was really important for us is economic and entrepreneurship development, right? So we, like Zelifar was saying, immigrants are most likely to start a business, and we wanted to give them the support that was needed. St. Louis has a lot of support system, but non-specifically to the immigrant population. And so we believe that we should bridge that gap by helping immigrants if they had a language barriers, or if they just did not have the connections or the network in order to be able to grow. So the third reason the chamber was created was for international development. We believe that St. Louis can actually thrive and benefit from the relationship with Africa. This is one of the things that was missing in the conversation everywhere I went. We have multinational companies here in St. Louis that were already doing work on the continent, but really was not being highlighted, whether it be Monsanto, now Bunge, or now Bayer, sorry, and then Bunge that's out there, that was already doing work in the agricultural space. The Danforth Plant Science Center, they're already doing research on the continent. So those were things that we felt that needed to be highlighted. But not only that, but we needed to actually grow. We needed to actually have more international development, international business happening from here in St. Louis. And that was why the chamber was created. So those were the three main reasons we were created. And so what this falls under, what this forum that we're having right now falls under, is really the economic development and community development element, right? So we are hoping that Midwestern Bank adds to the conversation for Africans and saying, hey, this is the options you have in order for them to thrive in this region. So I'm looking forward to what's going to be said tonight, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you on a long term. So thank you for having us here.
Thank you so much, Shagun. That's a good introduction to the chamber. I already see a question that has come in, but I'm gonna wait until later. So, Angela, speaking to you yesterday was very, very interesting and telling us about how you went into the banking. I know you won't have a whole lot of time to talk about your personal space, but you're gonna have a lot of time to talk about the bank. But I think you mentioned something about being at the bank. At the bank. That's a word I haven't had. That is one word that I learned yesterday. So, in your introduction, I know you are the universal banker, the retail support. Help us understand what's being at the bank. And take the floor.
Good evening, everyone. I'm excited to be here with you all. And again, I did enjoy the conversation as well as Alipa yesterday. And when I mentioned being banked or underbanked, she did ask me, what does that mean? And so, again, I am the retail support universal banker for Midwest Bankcentre. I basically work on the consumer side. We have several partners and business bankers specialists who deal with the business side of things. But for me, I am one who's on the consumer side, and I do pretty much most of the connecting. I'm one of the first people that you do see when you come into the bank. And to be underbanked just simply means either you have little to no banking experience. And with that, what we do is we take our consumers through a variety of financial literacy upon opening accounts. We pretty much ask them a few questions and then explain the processes to them so that they have an understanding. Some people have never banked at all. And so what we do is we sit down and we talk to them, about what it means to open an account. How that can help them in a lot of different ways. If they're trying to build credit, if they're trying to prepare to buy a home, if they're trying to just understand finances and how to save money and all of those particular things. So for those who are underbanked in a way to where they've never had banking experience at all, we take our time with people. We treat everyone as if, they're, a piece of the family even before they join. We let them know that they are special to us. And that was one of the reasons why I became a member of the bank, because I just love that, personable feeling that you get when you come into Midwest Bankcentre. If you don't know, you're going to know before you leave. Someone is going to give you all of the information that it is that you need so that you can not be underbanked anymore, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's the underbanking piece. As far I heard the gentleman talking about just being a part of a community, and that's one of the other things about Midwest Bankcentre that I love is the fact that it is a community bank, and it's prided on being within the community, helping the community. I talked about, just no matter how, your situation flows, you come into the bank and you don't just feel like a number. You don't just feel like, just some other person who, we're trying to create a business for. And no, we're really wanting to help those individuals who are needing, an access and an avenue to be able to grow in financial and in life. But yeah, I don't know if that answered your question solely, but yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. Yes, you did. And as you were speaking, I know there's already a question that's come in, and I think that will be the next session. That Alyssa Vaughn is our main speaker on about the bank. And I didn't get to talk to Alyssa yesterday. We kept playing phone tags with her. But what I learned from her is that today she wants us to leave the impression upon us that the Midwest community can be our grocery store. It can be the grocery store for our banking needs. If you need a loan, you need this or that, you need to buy a house, a truck, start cleaning business. She wants to impress upon us that it is the grocery store for all our needs. So, Alyssa?
I am ready. Hi, guys. I am Dr. Elisa Vaughn. I hold a doctorate in education, and I actually specialize in financial education. So I joined Midwest Bankcentre this past June of 2020. I've been in the banking industry for 16 years, coming up June 2021. I started out as a mortgage underwriter. And I kind of got that job on accident and glad I did, because I've been able to reach back to my family, to myself, as well as my community. I am from East St. Louis, Illinois, underprivileged community. We are very unlearned about finances, a lot of us. So I was pleased to be able to hold a position where I can come back and educate my people. Now that was on the back end of the banking side, where out and just say, hey, you know what? I want to go to the communities. I want to show the communities how to use their money every day. And Midwest Bankcentre found me. Can you hear me? Okay, it's something came across the screen. So Midwest Bankcentre found me, and I feel honored to be in a position to not only sell loans. I don't call myself a salesperson. It's a sales position. I call myself a helpmate, because what I do is I teach clients in the community how to become financially confident to walk in a bank. I'm going to piggyback off Angela and know that you are not just a number, that we care about you. I teach my clients, I teach my potential clients, I'll teach you how to become a homeowner, how to make that home become your investment property, how to build generational wealth. And Midwest Bankcentre, being a #1 community bank, have a lot of loan programs that we can offer you in all types of financial areas: home lending, commercial lending, personal lending. We are here to make sure that everybody who wants to own a home, or want to own a business, or even want to learn about a checking account, just that simple, we're going to help you. And that's what my main job is not to be a loan officer, which that's what my title is. I am a financial educator. So I teach every borrower the life of the loan from start to finish. I'm going to make sure you get it. And if you have any questions, I'm available 7 days. I don't work normal banking hours on purpose, so that I can be that part of the Midwest Bank community, the person that is just there, not, before 5 p.m. You can reach out to me at any time with questions about what we offer, what we can do, how you can get in, whatever financial situation you want to be in. I am here to help you. So I'm not sure how we're going to get out our information, but I'm available, and that's about it. I don't want to go deep off into what I do, but I want to go deep off into how I'm going to help you.
Very good. I think.
Khalifa?
Yes.
Oh, I was going to say, if you don't mind, just to kind of add another point as well, because I'm not sure how many of you have children, but it's not just for adults, but it's also for children. I was looking on the Bankcentre for Africa site, and I was really intrigued by a lot of the things that you guys do for the youth. And we also have youth savings accounts that would be very, very prevalent for your youth attendees, all the students that are going to college. And we actually have some things for them as well. So that was one of the things. I have 5 children. So one of the things that I have been taking away from my experience at Midwest Bankcentre is the fact that it's not just for adults, it's for all walks of life, and teaching them early how to prepare for life, so that they don't have such a hard time as a lot of us adults have had in learning so late in life. So I just wanted to add that little tidbit as well. I apologize.
All right. Very good. Very good. At least the whole family is covered, right?
Yes.
All right. Very good. We are doing very well. We had planned the presentation for 25 minutes, and then we can go to the Q&A. And keep posting your questions. I will start reading the questions as they came in. And the first question that came in even before Shagun could speak a lot was, how does one become a member of the chamber, and what are the benefits of being a member of the St. Louis African Chamber?
Absolutely. Thank you for that. That's a good question. So to become a member, there are many ways you can do that. One is by going to our website and signing up to become a member. If you are a corporate entity and you would like to become a member, usually we would like you to have a conversation with the executive team in order to be able to maximize your membership. The other approach you can also take is really just just signing up on the website, sending a check to the address on the website, and then we will be reaching out to you in your email specifically with the next steps going forward. So what is really and it's broken, our membership is broken down from students, individuals, small businesses, non-for-profits, and corporate entities. So it's broken down like that. So what is the benefit that you get from the chamber? So we do things like, we do help with business consultation. So that means that if individuals wanted to start a business or whatever level in the business you are in, and you wanted to move forward, and you were trying to figure out how to do that, especially you being an immigrant here in the St. Louis region, and you had no idea where to go, who to talk to, we are your first stop shop, right? So we're the first place you stop, and we'll be able to give you advice and direction to where you need to be going. We also have updated information on what's happening in St. Louis and internationally that affects you here in St. Louis. We send out newsletters on a constant monthly basis that has information on who you need to know, new businesses around the town, things you can do in St. Louis that is pertaining to the immigrant experience, how you can connect to Africa, business opportunities that are open, looking for business partners, members who are looking for business partners, individuals looking for clients. You could also find clients yourself. If you are a realtor or loan officer, you can basically be able to find members who might be looking for your services. So those are some of the benefits that we also have. We also do host workshops in specific topics when it comes to maybe how do you import, how do you export, or how do you go about finding certain types of resources. We also do seminars on global trends in terms of what's happening internationally that might be able to affect you, particularly to your business. So we honestly, we can always tailor our needs and services for you particularly, but really the idea is that if you are an immigrant or someone who is interested in doing business with an immigrant or Africa particularly, and you're looking for specific insights in terms of feasibility studies, you're looking for direction, we are the place to come. And we will be the ones taking you there. And it's just a sense of community, getting to know who's here and who's doing what. That's one of the biggest things is what we do. So yes, those are some of the benefits we give here in St.
All right, well, thank you. That is a very good and long, clear answer. I want to say, although I'm a moderator, I'm also a member of the St. Louis African Chamber. And I want to mention a little bit about it, that as a Black Lives Matter, the Immigrant Lives Matter, Africa Matters, it's good to belong. It's good for us to have a section like the St. Louis African Chamber, where if there's resources or anybody wants to look for resources, or a place they can contact or a reference that they can come to the African Chamber. So if you are not a member, I recommend that you join. I have an advantage that I've been in St. Louis a lot, and I almost see almost everybody. I think I know almost everybody who's logged in here. And based on my previous statistics, that 60% of the immigrants are 60% likely to start a business in St. Louis. I would say African immigrants are probably 95% likely, to start a business. So definitely join the chamber, and you're going to be guided accordingly. The next question is to Dr. Alisa. How long does one need to have banked with the Midwest Bank before they get a loan? And I know you mentioned about business loans. Is it all loans or are there specific loans? are there things that you don't support? I think those are two-part questions. How long does one have banked? And are there businesses that you guys don't support, or you can support all kinds of business?
Yeah, we support all kind of businesses, and you don't have to have an account with Midwest Bankcentre to get along with Midwest Bankcentre. I personally, I don't force it on people. I encourage it, but it's not mandatory. We also, there are perks for our clients who do have accounts. So if you want to have an account with us, great. There are internal perks that are offered to you, but you can still get an approval for a business loan, commercial loan, or mortgage or personal loan without having an account with us.
Okay. And I'm going to follow up with another question to you, that when immigrants come to the to the US, we don't have any records of banking, and probably this is Angela can help us with that. What are the requirements to open an account?
Just a basic identification, right? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
For people who are completely new in the country.
Just identification. There are specific guidelines to every story. We make every story work. So you got to have identification, and basically that's it. There are certain documents that are required, for citizenship, and we'll let them know. And that's pretty much it. That's really with any bank, but with Midwest Bank, we customize each situation. So it's like we try not to turn anybody away. We customize whatever your need is, we cater to that. Individually. So it's not like you walk in a bank and you're like, oh, they might say no, or they might say this. No, we customize. Even your loans are customized to your financial situation. It's a community bank, and that's what I love about it. We are there for you. It's your story. We're just a part of it.
Okay. The next question goes to Shagun. There's a question there of what ways can the city of St. Louis be more inviting to the African community? That's a big question. Shagun, you want to take a stab on that? Masai as well, you can help.
Oh, yeah, that's a big question. And I think it's there's a lot of people that will be involved in that, as opposed to just the chamber. But I would say that, starting off, I worked for the St. Louis Economic Development Partnership, and you have the World Trade Center and the Mosaic Center project over there. And the Mosaic project is really working hard in promoting St. Louis and bringing in more immigrants into the region. And if you think about it holistically, if you think about most of the cities that have a lot of immigrant population, it's usually because of economic benefits that they can actually, that's why they migrate there, whether it be a job, right? So immigrants are already coming to St. Louis for school, but the question is, are they staying after school? So that the city has to invest in students, or at least recent graduates, being able to find entry-level jobs that are decently paying, well-paying, so that they can be able to stay in this region. And that is key, because when you have young families in a city like this, the city can grow. And so people don't have to leave. So those are some of the things that can happen. I mean, specifically for the African population, I think with the Chamber's help and Bankcentre for Africa, if we are helping each other in order for us to thrive in this city, people are attracted to success. And so if they see African immigrants doing well in St. Louis, they would want to stay, and they want to work hard to make it here in St. Louis. If they're not seeing people who are successful, they would leave. They would say, this is not for me. This is not the place where I can be successful if nobody else is successful. And that's why we like to highlight some of the successful immigrants here in St. Louis, individuals like Jeff himself, individuals like professors who are making waves. So we always trying to highlight successful business owners, successful professionals, and that attracts people here and wants them to stay and keep doing their work they do. And then when we connect with banks like Midwest, they basically it says, okay, look, we would help you achieve your financial goals that you're looking for. Thank you.
Yeah, I agree with Shagun. It requires a holistic approach for the city to be more welcoming. And I think one of the things I'm so proud about St. Louis is we have a lot of big entities that are coming together to make sure that immigrants are more welcoming, more welcome, and there are different resources. And a good example I'll say is actually what is happening tonight with the Midwest Bank, just creating time and putting a team together to come and talk to us, understand our unique needs, and see how we can be able to address some of those needs that the immigrants may be having. I think even I see Charles Bryson, who is a native from St. Louis and has done a great job actually reaching out and connecting out to our community. So I think bringing different community together and us as immigrants also being able to reach out so that at least we can also, the people can understand our needs, can understand what the challenges that we go through so that they can be part of the solution. I think it's a great step, and we are making a good progress on that.
Okay. Very good. I'm going to go back to a question that I asked earlier to the Midwest Bank because it's been asked again. On the business loans, what can you be specific on what is required? Are you looking for a 2-year period of time, 3-year period of time? What specifically in terms of business loans would you be requiring for one to qualify to get a loan? And that's come up multiple times because the African community, almost I'll probably say almost 90% or have some kind of a business. Either they're truck drivers or they're realtors like me, or they run a restaurant. So, and we struggle, if I personalize it, we struggle when we walk into a bank to qualify for a loan. And I'm not saying specifically to the Africans, it's a challenge when you have a business and you want to get a loan for your business, separate from you as your name. So
right.
Please clarify what is required.
Well, there are specific guidelines, and they are individually met. So I left my information on the side over there for my email. If anyone wants to kind of reach out to me, I mean, really can't answer that for one type of business because there are different parameters and different, so that's like a more personal consultation. And I would rather speak with a person and direct them to the right person who can give them. I'm in business, but I don't have all of the answers to meet everybody's unique situation right now, but I will get it for them. So if they can reach out to me, I'll make sure. But also, if they need my help with assisting them with credit, what it takes to get anything in the bank, I will help them. So help them become more credit confident when they walk into Midwest Bankcentre, that they can go get any loan that they need. So it's really customized personally with whatever they need. There are specific guidelines to every lender. There are so many investors. I couldn't give all the answers tonight. So I will have to get more details from that person. My information is in the chat. You can reach out to me 24/7. It doesn't matter. Email me, call, or text. I am a texter, but I will make sure your answers get answered.
Okay, very good.
Madam Moderator.
Hello.
I have a contribution and a question.
Yes, please.
This is the first time, by the way, thank you, Jeffrey, again. I'll never stop. And this is the African culture. You never stop saying thank you. Again, my gratitude to you. I wasn't familiar with the Midwest banking, but thanks for bringing it to our knowledge and recognition. Shegu, I think what Midwest Bank needs to do is to employ more Africans. You see, if you look like me, you give me confidence. That's one thing. And most of our Africans are coming from the refugee kind of a low class. They've been traumatized where they come from, so that confidence has been eroded. My experience is that a lot of people who deal with African people in terms of money have taken gross advantage on them because they don't know the system and they don't know how money works. Saying that, though, doesn't mean that we are completely ignorant. Banking, I tell you, banking and savings started from Africa. Shego, maybe you can translate the word osusu. Osusu in the African culture is a system of banking. So we've given to the West what banking means. But of course, it's different here. So Midwest Bank, you have to employ, again, I use the illustration, if you look like me, you give me confidence and trust. So I think you need to employ more Africans. And I think that will give some confidence. I think you're doing a good job, but you need people who look like me that I can relate to and with when I enter your bank. So that's my
a good
contribution.
idea. I think that's a good idea. I will mention that in our we have a monthly meeting with the CEO, and I will definitely mention that.
Can I speak on that as well? I just want to say thank you for saying that. And I'm really grateful for this this opportunity to be amongst you all as well. And I absolutely agree. And I agree from a different standpoint. I'm not from Africa, but I am a Black American. And for me to walk into a bank, I was one who didn't have a lot of banking experience at all. We didn't grow up coming into a bank because we were low poverty. And so when I walked into the bank to see a person of my color and more than one, it was like a breath of fresh air. I felt the same trust, that I could trust being a part of this particular thing. It was a lot of Black Americans who were there. Mm-hmm. And so I totally agree. And I thank you for saying that. And I think that it's just a matter of African immigrants coming in and filling out an application, because Midwest Bankcentre is a bank of diversity. There are Mexicans who work for Midwest Bankcentre. There are, all walks of life that work for Midwest Bankcentre. It's not just Black and white, but there are people from other countries who do work there, and they do make Midwest Bankcentre vast, in the diversity. And so absolutely just have them to fill out an application. And as Elisa said, just to piggyback on her, that's something that not necessarily to have a conversation about, because I'm sure it would be absolutely open and welcome, but just letting them know that that is something that is a concern or a need for your community. And I truly believe that would be absolutely not a problem at all.
We'll make you a queen.
Yeah, I think just to respond to that, Mr. Alvin actually reached out to us, and if Sebastian is in the audience, he can confirm this. We had a meeting with him, and he confirmed that he will be able to give it a consideration that different opportunities we can work. Actually, we're waiting for once the COVID thing issue is down, he is willing to host a meeting with the community leaders from different organizations, and we can be able to forge different partnership related to what we just mentioned. So thank you so much for Angela and Vaughn for responding to that.
And Sebastian is in the meeting and he confirms.
Jeffrey?
Yes.
Yeah, you are our go-in-between. What I found out is, and you agree with me because we've worked together, we are action-oriented people, you and me. So it's not just talk. You know, there is this idea, the media do that a lot psychologically.
Yeah, I think this one we will be able to. I think the progress because we have seen the progress being done. Let's follow up. I'm going to reach out to you after this, and then we can do a action item and see how we can work it out.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, John, for bringing that up. I think for the benefit of the Midwest Bank, Angela and Elisa, what John is alluding to, or what the participant is alluding to, is that when we come in as immigrants and walk into African immigrants and walk into a bank or any office, we always have to weigh: am I walking in as a Black person or am I walking in as an immigrant? You know, and so the black is okay, that is known, but the immigrant, it hasn't had a lot of exposure in the St. Louis, and particularly in the banking industry, and we struggle with. There's a struggle, particularly when somebody is new, before they fine-tune their accent to get someone to understand them. That is what John is alluding to here, that
I get it.
It's a struggle.
I understand.
All right.
And again, if I can give you a sense of peace and knowing that we don't, it's not necessarily, and I get the accent, but when you walk in, I want you all to be just as confident, you know, walking into a Midwest Bankcentre and knowing that I'm walking into a place that welcomes everyone, no matter where you come from. You know, on the retail consumer side, when you come in, I'm the type of person that you see. I'm the type of person that you greet. You know, once the banks are open, we stand, we greet, we offer. You know, we're there to serve our consumers from the time they walk in the door, and make sure that whatever they came in for, they have that. If we don't know the answer, we connect you with specialists who know it. But I want you all to be totally at ease and knowing that when you come into a Midwest Bankcentre, you are a person. It doesn't matter where you come from, Africa, Zimbabwe, wherever. You're a human being. You're a person, and we're there to serve you. And that is it.
Thank you.
All right. I see one more question that has come in, and if you'd rather ask the question by speaking up other than typing, you're welcome. This is question and answer time. I think I see one other question, Shagun, to you about immigrants who are not English speakers. How do you accommodate that at the chamber?
So here's a question. I think
go ahead.
I had a typo, Shagun. So my question is this: so immigrants that are our brothers and sisters that don't speak English, who have no college degrees, who don't know how to go with the process to apply for an LLC or understand how the LLC or business, how to plan and apply for business and secure loans and secure location. What steps, how far do you guys go to help someone from the start of planning to launching the business? How far do you go?
Yeah, so we work with a lot of translation companies. So if we have individuals who can't speak their language or don't know how to speak any English, we do get somebody to translate for them and help them to read documents and fill out documents that is needed. I personally speak 3 languages in terms of Yoruba, which is my native language in Nigeria, and French, which is spoken by half of the continent of Africa, and English also. So I already can definitely help individuals, particularly with those issues. But those people who are outside of that realm, we always find partners. So if you speak Swahili, you speak different languages from Eastern Africa, we have partners in Bankcentre for Africa and who can help us. And we also have translating companies here in the St. Louis region that actually help with that issue. How far do we go? It really depends. It depends on how intricate it gets. So, right. So in the beginning, if it's pretty much just about registering your business, getting a name, and then, filling out the paperwork, that is something we can do in-house at the chamber. Now, we are talking about putting together a business plan and going a little bit more in depth about your business model. That is something we would have to hire more of a consultation company to help you out with. And not even consultation companies, because we don't pay nobody. We use universities. So WashU has volunteered to be able to help us with your business plan and help you if you're doing a for-profit or non-profit business. And so we go to that extent. And if you can't speak English, like I said, we get you a translator to get to that process. So we help you with the little things. And if it gets more complicated, then we get partners to be able to help you get that done. But we are the great place to start.
Okay.
Thank you, Shagun. I'm gonna add a little bit of.
Sorry. So we do this for members. So that's how it's not free technically. So we would hope that you become a member in order for us to be able to give you the service.
Okay, last question. That was for the banker. What are the requirements for same type of issue? You have a newcomer who opens up a business, does have a bank account. How long does he have to wait until he can get approved for a business if he doesn't have enough equity on his account?
First of all, every case is different, like I said, and it's not about having equity on your account. Whatever the need is to get your business financially started, at Midwest Bankcentre, we're going to teach you every guideline that is required to make the deal work for you. Again, every case is individually. You will have to reach out to me, so that, we can sit down and I can forward you to the person that will handle your situation specifically. But we will walk you through from start to finish to assist you if there's credit issues. We will say, hey, you're going to have to do this, or if there's financial issues, or just whatever, if it's an issue, or even if it's not an issue, we're going to make sure that you are comfortable with coming to us for that type of loan product or any loan product. We're going to get you together. So it's not a specific time. Every situation is different. I mean, as far as job history, as far as how much money you have in the bank, it could be anything, but everybody's case is different. So that's a kind of like a one-on-one banker type question where you would, probably need to have a consultation with one of us. But we will make sure it's done.
And if I can chime in,
when I talked to the bank yesterday, I think the way they implied, and I mentioned this earlier, consider yourself going to a grocery store and you want to look for milk. You're going to go to a different shelf. You want to look for rosemary, you want to go to a different shelf. You want to go look for an onion. But you can go there hoping that you're going to get everything that you need. So I think what the Midwest is impressing upon us is whatever need that you have for your business loan, walk in and talk to them and see, and they're going to walk you specifically for that, because the needs are different and all of us are in different situations or different time points in getting a loan. So just walk in them, and we have their contacts on the chat there, and they will help you individually. Angela, did you want to say something? I cut you.
I did. I wanted to thank you. I did want to just piggyback on the translation piece for those who don't necessarily speak a lot of English or no English at all. Midwest Bankcentre has just launched a translation service as well. And so for those who are needing help with understanding what we're saying or vice versa, we do have that as a bonus as well.
All right. Very good. There's two questions that have come in, and for the sake of the audience, we had planned to stay until 7:15, 1 hour 15 minutes. So we still have a few minutes, but we'll go with the flow. But two questions that have come in. One is the branches. how many branches you have, and then that answer I know. I know you have 17 branches. You have one in Hazelwood, and you have one in St. Charles, Arnold, Fenton. So that answer I know. So it's 5 mile
You
radius.
got it. You remembered. Good job. Thank you.
But the next question becomes more relevant for this audience is, do you have a case where you have had to do an adjustment to meet a need for a minority group? I know, I mean, there's processes, there's guidelines on how to process this loan and process that loan, but have you had to make any adjustments to accommodate a minority group or a minority customer?
What do you mean by adjustments? Like, everybody's treated the same. Like, there's nothing that we wouldn't treat anybody any different. It doesn't matter if you're a minority or, I mean, we have all kind of clients. So the only change would be per client or customer is their specific need, but there's no adjustments that we would make just because you are a minority. Not at all. Not at this bank. No way.
I do have a kind of a follow-up question to that. I'm also a realtor too, so just like Zelifer, and I help immigrants find homes. And we have particularly found some banks are more friendlier to others. And it's not that they're not complying, they're complying, but they just have more products, right? This way, products that are specifically able to help these immigrants. I will give a case study. I was helping a couple from Kenya, and they had only been in America for 2 years. And, you know, they didn't have a long work history. They had great, fabulous credit score. But even most banks that did say that he qualified were qualifying them for pretty low amounts. But we were able to find a bank that was able to say, with the fact that the husband and the wife were working, and they were looking for a loan that didn't require them to put too much down payment. We found specific banks had products that were specifically for individuals like that, who had great scores, shown a work history, even though their credit did not show a long history because they'd only been in this country for 2 years, and they were able to work with them. And that separated this particular bank from the others. So, like, what does Midwest do to stand out from the others in terms of, I mean, we know that every other bank offers certain types of products. What kind of products do you offer that is particular that you think this group could take advantage of?
On the mortgage side, I'm not going to speak for the retail side. I'll let Angela. We build loan products around every situation, just like the other bank. You know, right now we have a no money down program, 700 credit score up to 250,000. You know, there still are like little guidelines, but whatever the situation is, I've been with the bank like 7 or 8 months, and I have not had a loan denied because my loan team, we build the loan products around every situation. So it's really no situation that we can't handle. You know, we'll teach you how to get a loan product from us. And like I said, we do have in-house products. We have in-house grants that we offer that is financed by Midwest Bankcentre. So again, we do customize programs around every situation. And it's not just because you're a minority. It's just your situation. You know, it doesn't matter. We're going to help you. We're going to make sure that you are comfortable, again, and confident in achieving what you want to achieve. I personally say, and you know, to my clients, I don't deny loans. I teach you how to get them from start to finish, no matter what the situation is. It doesn't matter. We're going to build a loan for you. If we can't find an investor, we're going to make it happen as long as the consumer can help us. Now, you know, it's a team effort. We can offer the product, but the consumer have to be a part of it too, you know, with the, like you said, the decent credit history, the good jobs, you know, that kind of stability, you know, it goes, you know, all in one big puzzle. So like, again, we will customize. That's what I do like about it for myself. You know, I don't have a product with Midwest Bankcentre, but you better believe my next property that I buy will be through Midwest Bankcentre because I feel comfortable that they will build a loan product around what I need. So we are that bank, like, you know, you found the bank. We are that bank to come and find to help to help anyone. And like I said, I don't really want to label anyone as an immigrant or as a minority. We are a community bank. It's everybody who's in the St. Louis, you know, community. We're going to help you. It doesn't matter. When you walk into the bank, and I don't have an office in a bank, but I do go and visit locations. I specifically take time out to help people. I'm not a translator at all, but I make sure that if my borrowers, if I have seniors, or I make sure I find someone in that bank that can help me with that person. I live in Illinois. I drive to wherever the branch is to come and help the consumer. So we're very helpful in, again, finding a loan product. We're very helpful in making sure that they are confident in walking in any of our sites, no matter what. No matter what they look like, or, you know, or what kind of job history, or what kind of car they drive, or what kind of business they own, that doesn't matter. We treat everybody equally. So I hope I hope that I get to meet some of you. I really do. I'm ready. I'm geeked. I'm ready. So I'm ready to help you. You know, if I can't understand you, I'll find some help. I'm gonna make sure you get what you want, whether it's commercial, whether it's mortgage, whether it's retail, whether it's helping you build your credit, whether it's fixing your credit. We're going to make sure it gets done. I promise you.
And on the retail side, it's exactly the same. I'm not, like I said earlier, I'm not one of the business specialists, but my part in Midwest Bankcentre is partnering you with someone, and all of them work very diligently one-on-one with our customers to make sure, like Ms. Elisa said, that they build something that is specific for each particular consumer. And one of the things, for those who don't necessarily have the credit score, we also have a product called a credit booster, and that's something that that you can apply for, and it helps you to build your credit so that you can prepare for something a little greater later, if I can say it like that. But yeah, we are very personable, and it is, you know, an individual thing for each person, and we make sure that for that individual, it is something that is specific for them. And Midwest Bankcentre takes their time. You know, we take our time with each person because it is, you know, a community effort. We all work together to make sure that one person gets what it is that they need. So hope that answered your question.
Yeah, in my time as a realtor, my 11 years as a realtor, I know we've had to work with some banks, and for individuals who've come to the country with a solid employment history in Kenya, we've had to do their employment check actually in Kenya. So that's kind of flexibility that that we were talking about, that going that extra mile, because immigrants have those unique needs that somebody is maybe 40 years or 50 years, they come to the country, they have no record, they're not in the system. They don't have any credit history, they don't have any bio history. So that's a kind of a combination we're talking about. But thank you so much for your answer. Do you have to come to the bank? Can you submit bank account applications online due to COVID? Due to COVID requirements, do you have to come to the bank, or we can submit those applications online?
You can submit it online. And for some, if they do need assistance with those applications, they can make an appointment to come to whichever branch they're closest to. But online is absolutely available.
Let me ask this is very specific to that question. Sometimes online applications, and I know just like, you know, when you're looking for a job, they're vague. They are like vague. And I was wondering whether every application gets a personal touch, or does it just go through the system? Does it get an individual personal touch to look at the application?
Yes. So on the deposit operations side and the application side, you know, all of the internal things, I'm not 100% sure if it's, there's a group of people who take those, but they always reach out to us. So once it gets to us, it's absolutely individual. All of those applications are individual once they get to us. How they actually take them in, I'm not sure, but they give them to the retail side for us to either contact the customer if there's specific needs that they need past the application piece. But I know I've been given a few. So, and if they have any issues while they're doing the application online, they can always give one of us a call and we can walk through with them over the phone, and they can do the actual process online with us.
Okay, let me speak on that real quick. I know we're short for time. So on the mortgage side where I am, you can go online and fill it out and just click mortgage, and it'll ask you who you're working with, and you click Elisa Vaughn, and it goes directly to my cell phone instantly. So, or in my email. And if you call me or text me and I kind of do a brief phone consultation with you, I'll send you the link with instructions with the spelling of my name. So everything, I make it very personable, so nothing is hard. And if you have issues, you can call me, and if you start the application, I can take over it with you over the phone, and we can complete it together. So we make sure that you're confident in filling out the application on the mortgage side. Again, I'm not real big on the retail side, but there is a direct link to me that your loan will get directly to me. So that's why I said from start to finish, I will make sure that you're comfortable in the loan process.
All right, very good. Any other question before I hand it off to Jeffrey?
Last question. A question here.
Yes.
Does Midwest Bank does support local sport team?
I'm not sure. I know that that's something that the marketing team, like, we're all kind of separate. So, but we support anything, as far as, anything in the community. But if you want to shoot me an email or something, I will find out like who you would need to contact for that, in marketing and stuff. I definitely will. So my information is in the chat as well. I'll find out to direct you to where you need to be.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And Lisa and Angela, you haven't shared your contact with everybody. Please, if you can put it on the chat, would be nice. So again, this session was brought to you by Bankcentre for Africa, whose mission is to.
Can I ask a question?
Okay.
Now, does they also give relief to various NGOs out of the country? Do you hear what I said?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question. What did he ask?
Do you assist non-profits that are out of the country?
I'm sure we do. Like I said, I would have to get with the marketing team to see exactly. If you shoot me an email, I'm putting my contact information back in there. If you shoot me an email with whatever question you have, I'll find out for you.
All right. Any other question? I don't want to close anybody out. Any other question? All right. Well, I started by saying this was brought to you by Bankcentre for Africa, whose mission is to welcome, connect, and empower immigrants. St. Louis African Chamber of Commerce, whose slogan is "We Connect Professionals, Entrepreneurs with Africa within St. Louis with Africa," and Midwest Bank, whose slogan is "We All Rise Together." And so this is all connected to empower us to be who we want to be. If you want to start a business, if you want to own a home, if you want to have a translator, you are in the right place. Connect with any of us. And I'm Zalipa Gedoy with the Red Realty, an entrepreneur. Geoffrey.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you to our moderator. That was awesome. We appreciate your good work. And also our speakers, Angela and Lisa. That was very great for you to spare your time and share a lot of information. I know there is, I was looking at your website and I see that there's a lot of information that you have not even covered. So it's a lot to be able to cover within 30 minutes. But I think I shared it on the chat there, so you can always go to the website and find out any information that it was not covered there if you may be able to fit your need. But I think as a matter of time, I want to thank you, everybody who has been with us. And I wanted to invite you again. We continue bringing you different people, connecting you different resources. So I wanted to invite you for the upcoming events. We have events coming up next Friday. It's called Closing the Gap, a candid conversation between Africans, immigrants, and African Americans. This is a Black History Month, and we want to make sure that we are all connected. Now, as Zalipa said, we want to bring the unity. And I think there was a question about how do we make St. Louis a welcoming city. The way to make it welcoming city is when we connect with the other African immigrants, but also with the Americans here in St. Louis. So you're welcome to make sure you reserve your spot and invite others. This is not only for the African immigrants, but also your friends from African American. They can also be part of that. And then for the youth, we have February 20th. Any youth that you know, 13 years all the way to maybe 30, they are welcome to join. And it's going to be at 12 p.m. But we want to make sure that the topic is on personal branding, which is more connected to the mental health, especially to our immigrant youth. And we have great speakers who will be joining us at the Zoom at that time. I think there is also on Tuesday, you sign up, there is a forum we're doing with Focus Leadership St. Louis, or the same thing on diversity. How do we make our presence be felt in St. Louis? And we welcome you to log in. I think there is a link that is on Facebook or Twitter. You can always be able to find a way to connect. And then on Building Momentum Speaker Series, it's actually on April 15th. We had the last one was on last month, and we're doing the next one on April the 15th. So you follow up on our Facebook, but also on our website. You will be able to follow up on the events that are coming up, at least to be more informed on what's happening. Other than that, I want to say thank you so much, and thank you for your time. I know it's almost an hour and 15 minutes, but I hope the information that you've gathered tonight will be able to help you, and not just you will be able to keep with.
My name is Nicholas Ngige.
My name is Sebastian.
I am Patavi. I'm Grace Mary Nganga. I'm Ruth.
Diane Stevenson. Jen McGaddy.
Samilka Dewa.
Christina Vivid.
Safi Uzaye.
Jajo Uzaye.
Agatha Kinesiak.
Faiza.
Dr. John Mwangi.
My name is DeAndrea Weeks, and I am with Virginia for Africa.
I am with Bankcentre for Africa.
I am with Potato for Africa. And I am with
Bankcentre for Africa.
I am with
I'm with
I am with Bankcentre for Africa.